back, everyone, to another episode of Mumbles. Today, I'll be bringing you guys a product review. Now, today is the conclusion of our Spectrum product review series. We've already reviewed the internet and the television, but today I'm bringing you guys the final review of that series, which is the telephones, the landlines. Now, before I go any farther, I do want to preface this video by saying, if I sound a little off, my voice sounds funny, you know, if I look a little off, I apologize. I do have a pretty bad cold, but I'm going to push through this and give you guys the best review that I can. So I apologize if things are a little bit different this week, but we're going to do the best we can. So anyways, enough about that. Let's get into this product review because I'm really excited to do this one for you guys. So Spectrum telephone. Now this telephone is like any landline that is offered out there. It connects through the cable line and it gives you guys phone. Now, there's a lot of different features you can get with this phone. I'm going to give you guys the basic overview of what it offers, and then I'm going to go in more in depth in some exciting features that I really like personally myself, and then I'm going to tell you guys what my actual opinion is of this telephone. So first off, the major overview. So the telephone offers all different kinds of things. You have voicemail. That has some features with it that has things such as obviously allowing people to leave messages, allowing you to do different things such as see messages at different places. I will explain that more later. I'll go more in depth with that. But let's continue with the major overview. So you have voicemail. You have the ability, if you have Spectrum TV, to see who is calling on the actual TV itself. You have the ability with Spectrum phone to obviously use things such as three-way calling, call waiting, that kind of stuff. You also have the ability to use something called Robocall Block. Now I'm going to go more in depth into this in a minute, but the basic idea is that when you get these spam calls, basically Spectrum has a robot that answers the phone, says, oh, that's a robocall, and blocks the call for you and you never get that call again. So I'll go more in depth in that in a minute. I know it might sound a little confusing, but I will go more in depth in that. So now let's start with these features, starting with the voicemail itself. Now the voicemail itself is a very good voicemail, honestly. Obviously, the main idea of a voicemail is to allow people to leave messages for you. But Spectrum voicemail takes it a step further. They offer features in this voicemail that allow you to do things such as forward the actual voicemail message to another phone. So let's say you're out and about, obviously your dog or cat can't answer the phone for you, so someone leaves you a voicemail, and it's an important voicemail. You can set up online for this voicemail to be transcribed into text or for the audio file to be sent to you and have it sent, like the first 45 seconds, sent to your cell phone or any other phone that you might be near. So basically, you'll never miss a voicemail from your house phone because you can have that voicemail sent to your cell phone. I love that feature a lot. You never have to worry about, you know, oh, I'm going to miss a call, I'm going to miss this or that, whatever. So that is a feature that it does have. It also has things such as call forwarding, blah, 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 blah. You guys all know about that. You don't have to worry about that. That is something that this has. So that is the basic features of the voicemail system. And the thing that I like the most is that call forwarding slash voicemail message call forwarding. Very, very cool stuff. Now, the second thing I do want to talk about is that if you do have Spectrum TV, as I said, if you get a call, you can set up the phone to actually show on your TV. This is really nice because we've all been there on the couch. You're looking at the couch and all of a sudden the phone rings. Ding, 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 ding. You're like, oh gosh, is it spam? What is it? Oh, and you're like, okay, I gotta get up off the couch. No, 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 you don't have to do that with Spectrum. If you have both services, it will show up on your TV. It will show the name and the number, and you can be like, oh yeah, let me get up then, or oh, forget that, I'm not getting up for that person. So that's a nice little feature that it does have. Now the final thing I did want to talk about is the actual Robocall Block. Now, this is a really cool feature that really is probably my favorite feature of all the things that Spectrum offers on its phone service. Basically how this works. We've all been there. We get telemarketers, we get spam, we get all that kind of stuff, right? So Spectrum decided that they were going to combat this. The way they did this is they set up a Robocall Block system. So how this works is, basically, when your phone rings, it is run through a system that says, oh, this is a robocall. This is a number originating from a robocall center. So basically, your phone will ring once, and then the robocall center will block that call. Now, you don't have to worry about robocalls from things such as hospitals and things like that, because Spectrum has made this system in a way that allows it to identify, oh, this is a hospital, oh, this is a school, and let those calls go through. But as far as spam calls, those kind of calls that are just annoying and you don't want, Spectrum blocks them for you. This is the coolest feature because, quite frankly, when we had AT&T phones, towards the end, we started to get inundated with spam calls. Do you want solar panels? Do you want this? Do you want that? Did you know that this? Did you know about that? Did you know about this? Do you want to take a credit card out? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Do you want to do this? Nobody likes those calls. And this is an easy to use way to block those calls. Now, they sell systems separately that can do this from other places, but this is all built into the Spectrum system. So it's just a great deal all around. Now, what is my actual opinion of this Spectrum phone service? I'm going to be honest with you guys. We have had a couple incidents with Spectrum when we first got signed up. The voicemail didn't come up right away. That's just a thing. It takes 24 hours. That wasn't a big deal. But I'm not going to lie and say that it just went totally smooth. We did have an issue setting up the voicemail. After 24 hours, it cleared itself up. No problem. But the second issue that we have, and I have talked about it in the television review, is that the pole and the line had to have some fixes done to it. So for a while, there was just a slight bit of static. There was some static on the actual, when you went to use the speakerphone and things like that. That is all cleared up for the most part. But again, I have to caution you guys that these are issues that can happen. They can happen with any phone service. And when they do happen, you do have to call in and get them fixed. So it's not a perfect system by any means, but they do the best they can. It's for a good price, decent system, got some great features, and personally myself, I really like this system a lot. It's easy to use, it's user-friendly, and it will get the job done. So with that in mind, I have to give Spectrum phone service a 5 out of 5. Great system. I know some of you have told me that maybe their corporate stuff isn't as well. On a personal end, I can't speak for that stuff, but I can speak for just the overall Spectrum experience all put together. And I can say that I'm very happy with our Spectrum system, especially that internet. That internet is amazing. It works so great. I just love it. Anyways, guys, this has been my review of Spectrum phone service. Next week, we will have a totally different review unrelated to Spectrum. So that's done. And yeah, guys, this is going to be Mumbles signing off. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.